This town hall has taken off like wildfire. We have had an overwhelming response from media, government, and organizations and community groups across Canada. And tonight's numbers prove that. We are to capacity in the theater. We're simulcasting this in the lobby of the Great Hall, and people are spilling out into the streets. So this is fantastic.
I just want to start by making it clear that this is an organizing meeting and that its focus is the cuts to many programs that we've seen that affect the health of our society. So the focus of this organizing meeting is about cuts to women's groups and harm reduction programs, health research, food inspection, youth programs, as well as the arts. We've gathered you here today because we want to see programs that ensure the cultural and social health of our country restored, because we cannot allow the government to make critical decisions about the fate of social and cultural programs in secret, and because we can't see positive change happening under the Harper Conservatives.
I'm going to start with a quote that I think describes something of the spirit, about the kind of motivation that led us to start the Department of Culture. In a free state, all is related, and each element leads to another. Legislation, commerce, industry, the arts, the science, letters are all part of the same body, the social body. When there is an abuse in one part, the whole social body will be more or less paralyzed. And that's from Sir Wilfrid Laurier from 1871. And that was his first speech as an elected representative in the province of Quebec. And I think that statement is as true today as it was 137 years ago. Now, the Department of Culture is a growing community of Canadian citizens who are artists, arts professionals, and cultural workers concerned about ensuring the social and cultural health and prosperity of our nation in the face of a federal government that is aggressively undermining the values that define Canada. The Department of Culture was founded on the following objectives: to encourage a multi-dimensional vision of culture that emphasizes living interactions between the artistic, cultural, social, political, and economic aspects of society; to promote a view of citizenship in which all Canadians are active participants in the creation of culture rather than simply passive receivers of it. We want to ensure that governments, agencies, and institutions are accountable for their social and cultural agendas. And finally, and most importantly for the people in the room, one of our objectives is to support the creative agency of artists to make political change through all forms of artistic production. Now, in the impending election, the Department of Culture will support swing teams of committed artists and other individuals who will collaborate and intervene directly in the election in a very public, serious, fun, and spectacular way. To target vulnerable conservatives in the so-called swing ridings, in which the sitting MP holds, at best, a slim majority. A second campaign that we'll be launching is what we're calling Gone in 30 Seconds. Now, what we're doing is inviting Canadians to produce and submit 30-second video spots in a national contest in an artistic response to the Conservative government's dramatic dismantling of arts, cultural, and social programs since 2006. Now, submissions will be posted on our website and reviewed by a panel of celebrity judges. And there will also be a Viewer's Choice Award. So this is a real award show. Please consult our website at departmentofculture.ca. I couldn't believe that domain name was available. With the Department of Culture, this is not a fight about money. This is not a fight for the inherent cultural value of cultural expression. This is not a fight about this or that ideology. This is not a fight about what percentage of GDP should go here or should go there. This is not a fight to save our national reputation. This is a fight for all of the above. It's about how all of these things serve each other. The arts, healthcare, sports, education, agriculture, the environment. What we're doing is we're battling the false dichotomies espoused by the conservative government. This is a movement to fight for progressive social and cultural values through artist-initiated actions that employ the skills, experience, collaborative methods, and imagination that define artists' work. Now, when it comes to the current government specifically, we don't like their priorities. We don't like their values. We don't like their secrecy. We don't like the cuts that it imposed upon our allies. But we certainly don't like the cuts that they've made to the arts. Thank you very much.
B. Lewis, Gwyn Dyer, holy fuck! So, what the thing that we're doing here, and what we're proposing, and this is a proposal that we're proposing, it's a strategy that we're proposing that's sort of based on what is essentially, I guess, a dramaturgical truism, which is that we can talk a lot about how economically important the arts are. We can talk a lot about how powerful we are morally and how important it is morally. But I think showing is always better than telling. That's something that most artists know. So we want to show the power of artists. So we've got this strategy that it's a model, and we're hoping that everybody here can plug into it if they're interested in plugging into it. The first person that we need in the Department of Culture, we're going to put a job listing for that, is a paid position, which is a central local coordinator, and that will be central to each sort of geographical area, and we're hoping these spread across the country. And that's going to be a paid position, and what we're thinking of is about $700 a week for 7 weeks. The whole thing, I'll just get right to the point, the whole thing sort of tallies up to around $14,000. So it's not very much, and we're confident that we can raise that. So there's a paid position, and that person, the central local coordinator, will liaise with other central local coordinators, arts organizations, social organizations, and political parties. And what we'll do is, or what that person will do is produce the research that each of the swing teams, which I'll get to in a second, will utilize in their production of the materials that we use to discredit the conservatives. And they will also act as a coordinating, they'll coordinate communications, press releases, and that kind of stuff. They will have with them an administrator who will hopefully be donated, another paid position, but donated by a union or a professional association, and somebody who's got some researching skills. And they support the coordinator, offering tactical advice, research guidance, and help gather additional resources. Also a think tank of people who will be volunteers. These people will not be being paid, and they will devise tactics and shape and direct the message that is coming out of the Department of Culture. Think tank will be researchers, some writers, and the team leaders of the various swing teams. Another bunch of people that we need are fundraisers, and this can be anybody, particularly people who have cultural events that are coming up over the next few weeks. People who can donate a little bit of their box office, or people who might not be able to, for example, people who are spending the last of the DFATE money, who happen to be on tour. Maybe you want to give some of that DFATE money back and give it to the Department of Culture, and anybody who's actually working full time and can't get involved with their labor can certainly make donations, and of course the bigger the better. Like I said, it's about 14 grand that we need for that, and we're taking donations here. I suggest that everybody donate 20 bucks tonight, the same 20 bucks that has the quote on it. That would be fantastic if we did that tonight. Round of applause. We all decided today that we were tired of Harper messing around and sort of saying there's going to be an election, Dion saying there's going to be an election, blah, blah, blah. These guys pictures in the paper all the time talking about whether or not there's going to be an election, whether the parliament is dysfunctional. We think they're all dysfunctional, and we've decided officially here at the Department of Culture that we are officially calling the election. It's happening on October 21st. We are calling the election. You heard it here first. The Department of Culture is calling the election, so get out there. Whether it's coming up or whether or not, we're going to the polls October 21st. So